Well, greetings, everyone. It's negative degrees outside. In Celsius, that is. I unfortunately live in the part of the world that still uses Fahrenheit. So, for me, it says 22 degrees. Which, for those who use Celsius, 22 degrees in Fahrenheit means, like, really fucking cold. Like, I think in Celsius it's like -5 degrees, if I'm being generous. Also, I need to replace the, like, rubber part of my stylus. Actually, hold on. Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yep, I was correct. It's -5.5 degrees Celsius. Hold on, I'm gonna make a pinned message. Anyway, let's pin this message. But anyway, allow me to explain what in the fuck I am doing. And it's something for a project that isn't due until the middle of April. Because I'm trying to be efficient with this sort of stuff. But to explain what I am kind of doing, something that I have for my, it's my art history class from the 1300s to modern day. There are a few different prompts for it, but one I am using is like responding to past art, basically. And I have done this before in my Art 101 class, which is like prehistory to 1300s. Or like the 1200s, I believe. But essentially, I wanted to like be proactive with this because let me go into my assignments folder that's in here. This is what I did when I took the prerequisite class. Back in 2023. As you can see, it kind of sucks. Some of the lines here are wobbly and there are like, there's like a stray line over, like there's a stray line over here that I somehow did not notice. And of course, my professor said that she's not expecting a full piece. Where's the fun in that? Where is the fun in that, even in any way? No. Ow. Hi. Hello, Metal. I hope you're doing well. It's like -5 degrees Celsius for me. Because you're watching something that was quieter. Ooh. My deepest Toyota Corolla is. And then you open my stream. And bam. Noise. Understandable. I tend to get whiplash from that as well. But I usually also have my volume at like 20. Actually, yeah. I usually have my volume at 20%. Your volume was at 6? Ooh. You're on the phone though, yeah. Makes sense. Hold on, I got hiccups. We have it on 13, who knows? Yeah. Hiccup. Yeah. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do the sensor. Because I don't know if anything on what. Basically, I don't think I don't have this pinned. I gotta go into... Where did I put it? If I end up finding out that I put this in the wrong folder, I'm just gonna be disappointed in myself. Because I know I have this written on a document. It's just... I don't remember where I put it. Oh, there it is. I have done a bit of a dum-dum. Let me just... Anyway, I am going to explain what this is. So this is... There are like 3 different... project choices for this, but the one I am choosing is plan design a work of art in any medium that has a conversation with theme, concept, civilization, artistic period, artistic style, or an artist you have encountered in this class. By conversation, I mean that you have considered your relationship as an artist with the art of the past, which is your artistic legacy. This relationship can take many forms, rejecting the art of the past, building upon it, challenging it, absorbing it, etc. Your conversation should incorporate your understanding of at least one aspect of the art history, the critique process. Anyway, thank you for the 20 stream streak! Anyway. The deliverables are a plan or preliminary design for your work of art or a picture of a work of art completed for this project. I do not expect you to make a completed work of art for this project. Knowing me though, it's probably gonna end up being very close to complete. An art statement of at least 5 paragraphs explaining how your conversation with the material in this course and our history critique process is reflected in the work of art you have planned or made. And 3, identify any sources you have used to plan your work of art, including the textbook. But my idea for this is how certain aspects of the, the process of making art are the same throughout history. Even if the way we do it has changed. And you can crack your middle finger unlimited times, hell yeah. Oh, hold on. You have a little headache and you fucked yourself by not doing an actual sport for ages and then a hard sport multiple times in a short time. That would do it. Yeah. As someone who's had headaches for like over a decade at this point, the biggest advice I have for you is to just make sure you, 1, know the signs of when a headache is going to approach, and 2, you'll be looking for the first time since watching me. Yeah. And the second thing is, when you suspect that you might have a migraine starting, take medication. You know, you also have very easily got that from your mom. Hey, yeah. That's like the biggest piece of advice I have for anyone who is not fully used to the rigmarole of chronic migraines. Like, the moment you think you are starting to have the signs of a migraine, like, in my case, I tend to get auras. The biggest thing you should do is, take painkillers. It doesn't matter if it's, something over the counter or prescribed. So prescribed, it will usually be better depending on the severity of your migraines and headaches. I take rizatriptan benzoate, otherwise known as Maxalt. And I also take like 800 milligrams of ibuprofen with it, because that's what my doctor, like my neurologist, the amount of ibuprofen they are allowing me to take for the migraines. Much. Try not to take painkillers unless you need to, because it's too much. Oh, hi, Magda. Hold on. Got the maximum legal dose because your dad's arm got pierced by a tree. Yeah. Just like, now there ain't no bone. Arguing Sabrina under our crack. But yeah. Just know that you can think of it as a whole, as big as double the size of a 0.5 liter glass. Oof. Ugh. Oh. Not Sabrina came in and, like, immediately wants to leave. Why are you... And I swear. That was a long time ago. You are still a child. Yeah. Now you are a slightly bigger child. Also known as a teenager. But anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and make a... You didn't even use it all? You have like half or a quarter of the prescribed meds left? Here, talk about you being 6 or 8, now you're 17. Hey! Well... But anyway, we should probably get started. And a big child, proud child smile. Yeah, that's very close to adulthood. To be fair. But anyway, I plan on making at least 2 passes with the designs here. You think you shall lurk now? Understandable! The first time you'll ever look on my stream. Hey, lurkers are very much appreciated in this part of town. Oh, I just realized I should use my sketch pen. Rain is also nice. Yeah. I should use an ink pen. Eh. Also, for a marker. This is just a permanent marker for a Sharpie. I can't really use that with digital because it won't even show up on the canvas. It's just going to be on my screen and then I'll have to clean it. I am, however, using traditional art for a project I have for my class that is due in a few days. Polygon clean Sharpie. Hand sanitizer. And paper towels. And I'm starting off with the modern artist for this. Just look it off. Hand sanitizer is not meant to be digested. It doesn't matter. I'd like to avoid having to go to the hospital and end up having to making my parents pay like several $1,000s because I consumed hand sanitizer at 22 years old. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with sort of a base for the body. Of the modern artist. Which, for me, I'm just going to, kind of like, draw up to the torso for now. But yeah. Now we do all this. And I also made a little concept in Infinity Nikki as well. For the design. Yeah, the stuff that's in the kind of boxes that you get when you order something. The corn thingies. So... But did it taste good? Kinda? At least it tasted kinda good. Instead of just tasting absolutely horrid. And now... I'm going to... mark out a few facial features. How close to the chicken. Understandable. But yeah. I think I might go ahead and flip this. It looks a little wonky now. Because I flipped it. So... As we're starting in about 2 minutes, so once it adds up, and I'll take a break from this. But I'm gonna start off doing an initial pass. On the character here. This. Also, once I start doing the full illustration for this, I'm actually going to do that over spring break. Thank you, Seribot, for informing the people that ads are approaching at very high speeds. Yeah, this first pass is just going to be like an exploration on what I kind of like plan on doing. Because I still have something left for the... I still don't know what I'm going to do with the past artist because I need to figure out like a certain era of art that is being taught about in my class with the textbooks and stuff before I really design her. Might do like Renaissance or something. But I might try and do like, I might have to look it up. I could look up different eras of, you know, art past the 1300s. And I'm kind of going a little fast and loose with parts of the design over here. I also might give the character here a piercing or something. But one thing I am going to add between the two artists in the project is a common item that, you know, you shall be lurking now, but you might still answer something. Understandable! Use this time to recover from your headache. Oh, and 3,973, hell yeah! I'm going to at least make a up to here. I just realized that ads happened during the whole time I was drawing. And that. Oops. Anyway, thank you for doing the lurk. Yeah, there are going to be like several things that the characters that I'll be doing for this project will have in common. The first thing is a color palette. They are going to be sharing some colors together. And the second thing is, I plan on there being like a common item, like an accessory that the both of them have. It kind of like imply a legacy. Like a personal legacy between the two artists. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much with this. So I'm right now doing a first pass for the modern artist. I should probably also look at the table of contents for my textbook and see what artistic eras are discussed. Also, depending on certain things, I might end stream early because the temperature is going to drop a lot by nighttime. And I plan on going to the store with my dad to get groceries. So I think the modern artist is gonna I plan on her kind of like wearing something a little cozy. Or like something a little different from, you know, the other, from the past artist. Because obviously they're going to be in different eras. But I want her to have like short sleeves. And how the short sleeves are gonna be, I don't know. I might have one of the hands be, you know, covered in a sleeve, along with, you know, a smudge glove. Because that is the modern artiste thing to do. And yeah. I think I'll do a V-neck. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to name the characters either. because they're literally just going to be made for this project. So I honestly don't have any real reason to name them if I'm not really going to use them again. However, if I have to do something else that I feel like I can use some of these characters in, I might like use them again. Also, chat, I got like 3 more weeks until my next class. Like my, you know, introduction to digital media class starts. So, starting in like mid-February, I'm gonna start doing some digital art assignments on stream if I am able to do that. So, it's not like my professor is going to be watching my streams, because I am a small enough creator that the likelihood of my digital art professor seeing me on Twitch and recognizing my art is very low. That and, you know, so far I've only had like one classmate that in my college career that, you know, does recognize me here on Twitch. But that's because I gave them, you know, my Twitch link, and I'm mutuals with them on several different places, including Tumblr. No, we're oomfies. Even though we don't really talk much these days because we haven't had any classes together in years. I think like the last time I spoke with him was so that I could get a survey, and like an entry for a survey I was doing for my College Composition 2 class. And that was like last year. Or at the very most, about like a few months ago. Yeah. I'm also planning on giving the characters like similar-ish color palettes so that people can look at these two characters and they know that there is a relationship between them. Like, they look and immediately are like, oh, these two are related. In some way or another. Also, I should probably make the color palette now. Let me just... Right. Now, I'm going to switch to this. I'm going to go into my hair colors. There is actually a sort of like filter thing in the P-Crew that I use for this. I am, however, going to color pick from it. So it's sort of like a warmish tone. And I'm going to go with a similar color for the eyes. Because, you know, brown eyes are like the most common eye color. It's also my eye color in real life. So I might be a little biased in giving my character brown eyes. But this is going to be like the base color. And then I'm going to try and give these characters like a bit of the melanin. Gotta make sure they're not as pasty as me. Also, in the like final illustration for these, I'm going to be using a lot of filters and overlays. So I'm going to use a lot of warm tones for... Actually, hold on. I should go ahead and make a folder in my... in here. Art102 Creative Project. Also, even if I don't specifically announce it anywhere, when I transfer, it might be pretty obvious. So now I can start adding more colors. Actually, hold on. I'm actually gonna go ahead and look at the table of contents for my Art History Volume 2. Also, I'm going to mention this. I bought this textbook like a year or two ago. Because I took this class before, I think with a different professor, and when it arrived, I was just like, oh, this is falling apart. So, they're like, it goes from chapters 18 to 33 because this is the second volume of the, you know, textbook. I actually have volume 1 because that was for my Art 101 class. But this damn this whole thing, like, this desperately needs to be I need to glue the paper to the spine, kind of the textbook. And I'd like to mention that I think the previous owner of this used duct tape to keep the spine together with the cover. Which I think if you have to glue, use duct tape to make sure that the spine and rest of the cover stays together, it's probably a sign that you should not sell it. But it goes from chapter 18 to 33. The 18th chapter explains 14th century art in Europe. And then chapter 33 is the international scene since the 50s. The 1950s. And I'm probably going to was sort of a Victorian era. So for the past artists, not too ancient but not too modern. Also, I'm gonna go with use the hair colors for this as well. And the clothing is going to kind of have the most variation. Hello, Edis. I sees you. But this is the modern artist. Interesting, I don't know. Mayhaps I can give her 2. But yeah. Gonna do a little bit of shading. Here. That, looks a little nice. But I'm not going to do a full design just yet. This is, after all, concepting. But yeah. I made a new folder in my art assignments folder, in my drawings folder. It's Folderception down in this gang. And it's basically just so I happy, you know, centralized location where I can put all these. Just cause I'm gonna be organized. Yeah. Your ad is about to start. But yeah. So this is the first pass of the modern artist. But I think I'm actually gonna start my intermission now because I need to use the bathroom. So I'll do that. And then I'll be back in like... let's say like 6 minutes. 6 or 8 minutes. I'll be back. I have returned. I actually returned when we're like they had like 30 left. But now I'm going to switch to red for a common item. And that is going to be incorporated into the second pass. And I actually kind of used Infinity Nikki to figure out some kind of idea for it, because one idea I had was a hair accessory. And another was like a bracelet or some piece of jewelry. Anyway, thank you again for Zidlerk. So... I think I'll start off with, a ring. The style is yet to be determined for the ring. Maybe I could look at like antiques. Something on those lines. Hold on. And I might need to like make a 3D model. Oh yeah, Shadow Lanes. I could do a Shadow Lane as well. Done. I'm gonna go into text. Victorian Jewelry Archives. I'm actually gonna go consume some candy for some sensory input. Also, back on Thursday, my elliptical arrived. It's a little difficult to use. Like, it tends to move a little bit. I also need to put a battery in the remote. But I'll figure it out eventually, I think. I did not mean to open up a new tab. I think the ring might be too small to be noticed in the piece. I have to go with something bigger. Also, I feel like I might need to, like, get some kind of, like, grip thing, like a grip mat for my elliptical so that it's not moving around so much. I don't know. I'll just push it back. I'll probably inform my mom later. Apparently, jewelry made of hair was very popular in the Victorian era. I'll figure something out. Maybe a bracelet would work? I'm not fully sure. Hmm. Maybe I should switch entity to historical. Hmm. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to figure out something. Art Era's timeline. Medieval. Hmm. You know what? I think I'll figure this out later. I'm gonna go with this green. Hmm. So so
Alright.
Hairpins. Hmm. I think I'm gonna start doing a pass for the past artist. Which the past artist is kind of like meant to of course be from a different era of art. I'm probably going to use like romanticism or something along those lines. As like possible era I'll use in terms of art for inspiration for her design.
Right.
to figure this out eventually. And yes, I know Ed's about to start Twitch. I'll figure this out eventually. Maybe a choker would, or like some kind of necklace would be good. What? Gonna do a little bit of a gesture. For this. All right. And also, ad break is starting in a minute. And Alright. So, there is a one female romantic mysticism era artist. And she is regarded as the first Serbian female painter in modern art history. Her name is Katarina Ivanovic, if I recall correctly. Also, agile, I repeat, agile. So, I think one thing I'll have in common with them is like one thing I'll have for the two of these. So characters or like caricatures more likely. That's probably most like what they are. I'm going to probably give them headwear that they both are wearing. Agile is gonna end soon. Anyway, welcome back from ads. So, I think I'm going to have this character of the past artist dressed sort of simply. And she's going to have short sleeves. I think I have her wear an apron, you know, an art apron. You know, covers a kind of like a dress. And I think this is like a good impression of who he could be. So she's dressing pretty simply because she's an artist. Now I'm going to have her up here. So I'm going to write down some notes as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to add have a pocket. Yeah, I probably need to acquire some more assets. Now I am going to move this over. Now I'm going to draw her. Or at least draw what she might look like. Because I feel like she would probably be wearing something that keeps her head back, her hair, you know, out of the way of her face. Maybe like some kind of handkerchief? Or a headband of some sort. Also, I'm like right next to the window, so it's like my feet are getting kind of cold. But I kind of do this to myself because I don't even wear socks either. I don't really bother with them. I'm sure there's people out there like, Skelly, why do you not wear socks? I just don't. But the real reason is because sometimes my feet will get too hot when I'm wearing socks and I just feel miserable. Depending on the weather, I will wear socks. But most of the time, I just don't. Yeah. So in my planning document for my, you know, project that I'm doing these designs for, I'm probably going to make notes on what I'm kind of like doing for the designs. Like, you know, for the past artist, because she has to worry about, you know, paint and stuff. I have her hair, you know, tied back. And the modern artist, because she uses digital, doesn't have to worry about that. So whatever I accessorize her hair with is just an accessory. Or just to keep hair out of her face. And I think I'm also going to give her the mole on the face that the modern artist has. But yeah. But yeah. I just will be going. And that should have made the forehead a little higher, but oh well. So here is the first pass for the artist of the past. And yeah, I'm gonna make folders. I have to figure something out eventually, because the only one who I have a vague idea of what I'm doing for is the modern artist. I'm totally figuring out the past artist. It's gonna take time. So ads are in 10 minutes. Yeah. Oops. Save. But yeah. I might need to go get up and stretch a little bit. I don't know. I don't plan on starting the intermission right now, though. I think I'll start on the second pass. For the... No. Other artist... modern artist. Which... I'm gonna do... on the this. I'm gonna do something a little more loosey-goosey with this. Alright. And I'm going to make the second pass sort of like TB-esque. I think I'll have a modern artist wearing headphones. Because I usually wear headphones as I draw as well. Now, pants. Hmm. Hmm. Now, I'm going to start the intermission because it is now halfway through stream. I shall return in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. But there's one thing I am going to do. My hands are pretty cold due to the weather. Oh. I'm gonna go and put on. I'll do the one of my not. And bing bada boom. Then. And I closed the document because I didn't want to accidentally add more time than I need to. But yeah. So in this, the character here, he is like looking at her phone to locate a reference. Feels is suitable for what she is doing at the current moment. So yeah. I'd probably also like put on my cardigan again, but eh. And now I'm going to do a second pass. I'm going to align that to the center of the canvas. I do a second design pass for this character. And going to elongate that. Right. I'm gonna do a bit of a square for the hairline this time. Actually, this feels kind of scratchy. I'm taking it off. Just gonna put my cardigan back on. And let's put on the cardigan. Cardigan. Putting on the cardigan. Off the cardigan. I like my cardigan. Because It's easier to take off than a sweatshirt or anything long-sleeved. And I wear cardigans even in the blazing summer heat. It's like whatever fuck ass degrees it gets in the summer. Or like hundreds. Because that is Fahrenheit. It is in the middle of winter for me, though. But I think for the second pass of the modern artist design, let me move this over here. I'm actually gonna do a bit of something different with the hair. I'll make it look a little closer to the design I have for Infinity Nikki. Maybe like add a little more makeup to her. Yeah, this is what I currently have for the past artist. I think here, I'm gonna go to my P crew. And I'm gonna do this. Like a bit of makeup. But yeah. I'm trying to kind of like have her face sort of rounded. But I'll probably like make a full frontal reference of this character. So maybe Mhm. Cats are being cats and meowing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the... Oh, right. I must go back down here. And get started on oh, body. Actually, do the center line first. Then I'm gonna do this for, the rib cage. Mm-hmm. after I finish stream, I have to head to the store. So that's something I gotta do. And once this is done. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be writing chapter outlines for my story. No, Patchley's Revenge. So I'm not fully sure if I'm going to actually do that. Or if I'm going to instead do other things. Also, I'd like to mention something that I kind of fucked up with in my stream plans for March. So, for context, I usually stream on weekdays, from Monday to Friday. But because I'm in a semester right now, I had to change my schedule for streaming to Saturday and Sundays because that is when I have the free time to draw and do other stuff like video games. And for context, like further context, there are several holidays that happen during the spring semester. And this includes a whole week of the campus being closed for spring break. During this time, you have no assignments, but you can probably work on some things for your classes if you choose to be that kind of a student. And because of that whole week off, I decided, you know what, I could do a full week of streaming. However, I didn't realize that I accidentally scheduled 11 days straight of streaming. Or maybe it's 9. 9 full days of streaming. Which will be a little exhausting on me. But honestly, I think it's a little worth it. I plan on using part of that time to work on the creative project that I'm currently designing characters for. So it's not all going to be gaming and the like. It will involve, of course, me being proficient with getting stuff done. Because you have to be proficient with your time when you're a student. And for me, that usually includes spending a few days of the month of my streaming time doing assignments for my classes. I can do within reason. And also, something that I've been doing for the past few days that I plan on doing after stream, or like after my dad and I go to the store, is I have a project where I have to draw traditionally. I'd like to mention that it's been a very long time since I drew anything traditionally. I've been doing digital art for years. So I have been experiencing a lot of cramps in my wrist and stuff. Like, you know, carpal tunnel syndrome. And the like. And because of that, I usually have to stop after I like finish a panel. Sometimes I'm not even able to finish a panel. And I have to like ice my hand. Like put an ice pack on it. Because that is unfortunately a reality when it comes to art. It comes with pain. I think it's partially because of the way I have my Bristol board situated. Because right now I have my usual like my drawing tablet is at a pretty high angle, so I don't really get a lot of pain. On the other hand, my Bristol board is usually at a pretty flat angle, so I get a lot of pain because of that. Anyway, Agile is approaching. My deepest condolences. I'm gonna go ahead do sort of this. But yeah. Got a lot of things I have to do. Anyway, Agile has started. But I might need to end stream early. Like in the next hour, because one, the whole I have to run an errand thing, and two, I want to try and get that project done sooner than later. Yeah, I'll probably have to figure it out, like, what I'll do for all this. And I might need to go ask my dad what the time he wants to go to the store. Because, I don't know when he wants to go. But we have to go pretty soon. Because there's gonna be a big temperature drop. It's already pretty chilly right now. there it is, the middle of winter. But yeah. I have to figure stuff out. When it comes to that. But yeah. I'll figure it out eventually. When it comes to what I want to do. But I stretch. Anyway, welcome back from Mad Jail, everyone. So... I'm not fully sure what I'm gonna do at this point. Oh man. Maybe it's because of how chilly it is. But I just feel kind of low energy. Okay. It could be due to the weather. Yeah. I'm just tired, exhausted, and stuff. Maybe it's because the cold's getting to me. Maybe it's like anxiety because I'm not working on the thing that is due on like 4 days. But I can't really work on that while alive because, you know, that would require me to get out the hand cam, and I don't feel like doing hand cam. Alright. I'll just figure this out over time. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to get away from the computer for a little while. Like, do something else. I don't know what. I'll figure it out eventually. Usually do. Maybe this is a sign that I need to take a break from working on this specifically and do something else. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I'm just a little too tired right now due to the cold. Real cold out there. Maybe I should add like some color to this. See what it looks like with color. Put this over. Increase the size of this. Gonna look a little messy, but that's kind of like arm. Yeah, I plan on, the main color for the two characters being warm. My brother was being loud. My devastated Roland says. Gonna make this sort of messy looking. That's because it's just a concept and I'm not really gonna be using this character for anything else anyway. And for anyone wondering, Scully, why was your brother being loud? It's simple, he was watching sports. It's usually sports. Makes him that loud. And I don't understand the appeal of sports. Probably because I associate it with him. I'll add this. Almost. But yeah. I'll add green. Oops. All right. is looking pretty good. So right now, I think I'm gonna add a bit of the lips. And now, uh, now I'm going to add color. And yeah. So I think this is a good second pass for the modern artist. I'll eventually figure out more of her design later. And yeah, refine some of the colors, cause now she looks a little gaudy. But you know, all this sort of shebang. Let's do that now. Maybe this? No, a bit of teal. Yeah, I think that works. And I think I'm also going to add that to here. Yes, well. We might need to... I have to figure out, like, what I plan on doing for the thumbnails and stuff as well. But yeah. Figure this out. Now I think I'm going to probably start developing the I'll start like I'll make a new canvas. Another canvas. And I'll do right. So the past side is gonna have an easel. I'm gonna go save this. And I'll Hmm. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start the intermission early. And I'm gonna take this break might take a little longer because I want to like reset my brain a little, but I will be back. back. Yes, I'm just tired. I'm just minutes so I can nap. Well, this seems to make sleepy for whatever reason. It's making me eepy seepy. But I'm gonna go into the thumbnail con. And so I'm just really tired. I don't know. I'm just tired. Why must I be tired? Maybe it's because it's heckin' cold. Actually, check my weather app. It's apparently gonna get warmer after sunset. Oh boy. But not by much. It will still be in the... It will still be below freezing. I don't know. I think my brain's fried. Like, my brain is just not cooperating. It craves the EPs. The EPCPs. I don't know, man. I'm just tired. Really, really tired. Sorry about that, my dad came into the room to talk to me. Also, why do I have this? Why do I have this? It's literally just a PNG of just one color. I don't know, man. Also, I have this. You know what? I think I'm going to end stream early. Because just the cold weather is just sucking all the energy out of me. And I just really... And because it's taking all the energy out of me, I'm not really, like... I'm just kind of out of it. So, hopefully tomorrow I will be, like, so out of energy. And I can at least yap a little bit as I write. But I think I'm going to end stream now. take some time to recover, maybe take a nap, because that's what my body is yearning for. I also have to go to the store later. But then I have to work on drawing 2 panels for my project for my in-person class. Means carpal tunnel goes burr. And maybe work on some new stuff. Like, I'll try to export some things that I forgot to export to work on my 2.1 update. But yeah. Sorry I wasn't able to go the full 4 hours, but I kind of lost my steam with the drawing and stuff. Hopefully this won't happen tomorrow, but that's not a guarantee. It's going to also be very cold tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow anyway.